Course, it's your girl Corazar here today to give you guys another podcast. I'm here today with my next guest, Julius Palma. How you doing, Julius?
Hey, Cora, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Well, I've been great actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, life is actually pretty good right now. And thanks for inviting me here.
Of course. And we already talked a lot off camera, correct?
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking about some things that I know you definitely want to address and give your side for because you saw the first podcast.
Yes, I did.
And I know you told me you had thoughts about it.
Yeah.
And I told you to say some of it for this podcast. Because
Okay.
you even said it yourself, you wanted time to kind of reflect and really think about what me and Michael talked about.
Yeah.
And obviously in the first podcast, I mentioned you.
Yes.
And, we mentioned the other crew. And I just want to address some things real quick before we get started. So, just to make it very clear for this podcast, this isn't to start drama. I want people to understand that very clearly. It's not to even talk shit about each other. It's just, we're only talking not about anything personal.
Yeah.
We're just talking about issues that honestly do relate to Legit Studios.
Yes.
And the stuff that me and Michael talked about were issues that were with Legit Studios. And I know a lot of issues were things with you as well. And obviously you're here just to confirm or just to give your side. And just know that after the first podcast, I want to also address that me and Michael, we're still part of Legit Studios, of course. We will be splitting the work. He's definitely more dedicated to doing his videos and to doing some Legit Studio videos as well. He told me himself. I just wanted to make that very clear. So far, me and Michael are good. There are some other things that we'll address in the end of the video. But right now, it's about you, my friend. Okay. So, first things first. What is it that you want to do in life?
Wait, you're gonna throw me in the deep end with that question?
Yeah.
What is it that I want to do in life?
Because you're in college right now, right? What are you majoring in?
All right, so I'm majoring in communication and media studies. And the great thing about that field is, I can, enter in a variety of fields. I can go into social media marketing, or I could, work on a set at a news station or something, or I could go, say, into BuzzFeed, be a content creator, journalist, all that kind of stuff. That's the great thing about it. And with my background on YouTube, I feel like, the sky's the limit, really.
With that said, I obviously known you since high school.
Yes.
Since Logan.
Yes.
And we didn't really hang out we knew each other and everything, but we didn't hang out as much just because, unfortunately, I never had the same lunch period with you.
Yeah, hold on. Well, I had 4th senior year, you had 5th.
That's right. Whenever you and Michael, had lunch, I was always on the opposite,
Yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah, I know. I remember I hung out with you guys sophomore year because we had the same lunch period, and then after that, it's funny because during my junior, I hung out with nobody but seniors.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I was in my senior year that I was hanging out with both seniors and juniors and everything. So
yeah.
It was funny too because even the seniors during my junior year were like, "Hey, so you ready to graduate?" And I was like, "I'm not graduating. I got one more year." They're like, "What?" So I'm like, it's true. I got one more year. I'm a junior. They're like, "You were a junior? Did you know Andrew was a junior?" They were doing stuff like that. So Michael obviously went to Logan.
Yeah.
Gabe went to Logan too, but he came in the last year. I believe he said he came during junior year, and then he hung out with Michael during senior year.
I think so.
I didn't meet Gabe until the end of senior year. And you were definitely around with Michael more because I learned from Michael and from you a little bit. You guys were also in a film club.
We met freshman year, junior year, or sophomore year, whatever.
Yeah.
And we went to film club together, especially during senior year, yeah.
Did you also have any video editing, video making classes like Michael did?
No, it was only that one. So
I thought you said you had Mr. Yako.
Yeah, I had so I had Mr. Yako junior year. The class was called Digital Video Making or something, whatever. I was the first of that class, right? DV1 basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we learned the basics of, how to edit a video, how to make a short film, how to do a music video, green screen, all that kind of stuff. And then sometimes we would lend a hand, setting up the production for Logan Live.
Oh, you're a part of Logan Live?
No, but I wanted to be.
Yeah, I tried too, but just a little thing about me. During high school, they had me in English learners classes.
Yeah, you got royally screwed over.
Yeah, I had a shitty ass counselor, so I was never able to do any of the film or editing classes I wanted to do because they thought that because of my list that my second language was English.
Oh my goodness.
And I was born in Berkeley, dumbass. I was like, last I checked, that's part of California. I was like, what the fuck? But it's not about me, it's about you. After high school, for college, where have you been going?
For the most part, I went to Ohlone. Yeah, after high school for 5 years. I don't know why I took that long.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I have no idea why it took that long.
So you don't have a master's?
What? No. Bologna is only a community college. So
Community college.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my fault. Okay.
So the only thing I could get is an AA, and I graduated with an AA Human Development Studies, which is basically like a jumble of classes that I took over the years. And when I talked to my counselor, she was like, "Oh, you're eligible for this minor." So like, oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah. Basically, it's like an accumulation of other classes that you've taken over the years, so you're pretty much eligible. So I took it.
Where are you going now?
So now I'm a student at Cal State East Bay with, like I said, majoring in communication and media studies.
If I may, and I hope you don't mind, before you said that you were majoring in something else, correct?
Yes. So when I came into Ohlone, I didn't know what I wanted to major in. So I was like, shoot, what can I major in? Okay, mechanical engineering, because I like cars, and I kind of want to work in the automotive industry.
I will be talking about later on, of course.
Okay.
Continue.
And then seeing the credits, needed to graduate, it was like 70 credits. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. And, it consisted of, taking chemistry and physics and, higher division math, which I can't, for the life of me, I cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
I switched to computer science, which was fine at the time because I, kind of wanted to dabble into coding and all that kind of stuff. All right, kind of worked well. Only at the last possible second when I talked to my counselor, like, hey, you're eligible for this degree, right? So I was like, okay, I took it because I already had enough credits from the classes I've taken to get that degree. So I took it with a...
Wow, so you basically were going back and forth on what you wanted to do.
Yeah, and at that point my parents were kind of fed up because they were like, are you sure about that major? Every time I would say yes, only for me to backtrack and, in my mind say no.
How did your parents feel about you going back and forth like that? Like, were they getting tired? Were they like... solid on it, like you got to make your decision, or were they like go at your pace? What was going on?
I think they were more fed up with me, like taking that long because it was supposed to be community college, 2.5 years, 3 years max.
Understandable.
I took 5. Can I have to understand?
Okay, I get it.
So, yeah.
But now you know what you want to do because you love working with like film equipment, right?
Yes.
You love a lot of things about editing. Even your YouTube channel is doing very well, even though I know it's been kind of quiet for quite some time.
Yeah.
Which we will talk about in a bit. I want to also address some of the stuff that we're talking about in the previous video that I know you have a response for.
Right.
First things first, your YouTube channel.
Yes.
As of right now, I'm looking at your channel. You have about 7.53K.
Yes.
Almost got 8K.
Yes.
Pretty good. Out of everybody in the crew, you were the most successful when it came to YouTube.
Yeah.
And, I just want to say that's good for you. I'm really happy for your success.
Thank you.
And, I'll be honest, I did get kind of butthurt here and there because I was just like, look, I was like, you got all these subscribers and shit. Like, really, because I really worked hard for that. But, originally I was hoping that'd be with Legit Studios.
Right.
And if I was lucky, at least with my own channel, which is hard.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to break into YouTube these days. If it was like 5 years ago, it would have been a whole lot easier.
Yeah, and now it's like everybody wants to be a YouTuber.
There's
accounts for everything.
Yeah, the market is so saturated that, small creators as, you and me, it's hard to break through the glass ceiling.
It really is. What I also want to talk about is, I want to talk about your history on your channel, which is, you started off doing vlogs. Right?
Yes, it did. Actually, no. Okay, so if you go back even further than that, I used to do this thing called like story time, which was...
There you go, yes.
Which was where I read fan fiction on camera. And for my argument for that was, well, I gotta start somewhere.
No, that's fine. I mean, you've seen my channel. I've done a bunch of different stuff too, right? So at some point you gotta figure out what works for you, right? And that's absolutely fine. You did story time, then it was vlogs, I believe. And then you did some challenges here and there.
Yeah, I dabbled with some challenges here and there.
And then...
try to get to the trends, really.
And then eventually, then you made your success when it came to Hamilton.
Yes. Yeah.
And you react to animatics.
Yeah, actually, a fun fact, they're actually touring in San Jose right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm actually looking for tickets.
Is it with the original crew or
no? It's another touring company, basically.
Ah, okay. Now, you made a video a little while ago saying that you wanted to stop doing Hamilton videos.
Yes.
What's with the sudden change? I wanted to go from Hamilton to what?
Alright, so my thinking was, I've done this for over 3-4 years. I've seen success, in terms of myself and, for the channel. And I thought, it's time to move on, really, because Hamilton, while popular, isn't as popular as it was back in 2017 or 2018 when I, started and broke the mold. Or no, not broke the mold, like broke the glass ceiling, really. And I was trying to figure out what is the one thing that I like, just as I did when I, first started. And that was Formula One. And that's one of the things that I wanted to get into, which is Formula One, because I'm so passionate about it. Maybe, as a little kicker, maybe I will try and dabble into other motorsport series.
You're basically a car person.
Yes,
you've been into cars for a long time. Now you want to be more serious with it.
Yeah, through and through, yes.
Okay, so basically you want to transition into that.
Yes.
But your channel's just been there for quite some time.
Okay, my goal was to start at the end of August. That never happened because my first semester at East Bay just started. So I was like, okay, I gotta, prioritize this and that.
Right.
And then ever since then, I've kept pushing back. Even lately, I wanted to make my first video because there is a race happening next weekend in Austin where the Formula One circus will be. And I thought, okay, this will be great. But then at this point, it's a little too late. So I'm thinking when the season ends, I'll probably do an entire season recap and then, give my thoughts and speculations as to, what'll happen in 2022.
Okay, so now that we pretty much got what it is that you want to do.
Yes.
So now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. Legit Studios.
Yes.
You saw the answers Michael gave from the last podcast.
Yes.
Out of anything, we were talking a lot about the crew.
Yes.
How do you feel about the crew before compared to how the crew is now?
I thought when we started, we were a group of guys that just wanted to make videos, really.
Right.
And I thought we felt passionate about it. When we started, we hung out almost every weekend. We, shot whatever we could, and that was it, really. And then, there were times when, oh crap, when we were filming and all of a sudden, oh crap, I have to go, I have to pick up my sister. I'll catch you guys in a flippity bit.
But that wasn't just you. I mean, that was fine. I mean, Gabe did that too when he had to go pick up his cousin. He had to do other stuff too. I mean, I had to go a few times too for stuff like that. So there's no shame there or anything like that.
Yeah. And then, over the years, with Legit Wars and everything, kind of it started falling through.
Yeah.
And then eventually me and Michael had a minor falling out. Even so much so that I even threatened to quit Legit Studios.
I remember I called right away Julius, what the fuck is going on? I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, what happened? And then you told me and I was like, okay, well, just take a breath. I was like, calm down.
Yeah.
Damn, Michael. I was like, what happened, right? And then he told me what was going on and I was like, okay. And then I called you and I was like, what's going on with you? And I was just like, guys, let's talk. I was like, hold on. And then luckily a little while after I managed to help you guys patch things up a little bit, regardless of my efforts, the spark just wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
For numerous reasons though.
Yeah, basically, I believe Michael wanted to keep the series going, and whereas, with my scheduling conflicts, it never went past a couple episodes.
Okay, so one thing at a time. So one of the big things with Legit Studios was Legit Wars.
Yes.
Which was my idea that I gave to Michael.
Yes.
And, the first episode, we all had a fun time. That was awesome.
Yes.
I really am proud of the first episode that we did, because it was a blast. It was short, simple, to the point, and we even did a premiere for it.
Yes.
But then, after that, Michael wanted to do more.
Yes.
I wanted to do more also, but after, I think 2-3 videos...
It was kind of, tiring.
It was getting tiring just because of the amount of work.
Yeah, no, I understand, yeah.
And not even that, I didn't know how long Michael wanted it to go to. There was talks about 2 episodes, 3 episodes... miniseries in there, and I was like, okay. I was like, all right. And then he wanted to keep going, and essentially for me, I got kind of bored because I was just like, look, this is YouTube, right? I love Star Wars, but just like with anything, I need a break. I wanted to do something new. I wanted to do something different, and Michael was really stuck on Legit Wars, and I was like, all right. And then after a while, then I know he definitely wanted you to come in, and you weren't able to make it because you had things to do, which was fine.
Yes.
I get it. You got stuff to do. The thing here, though, is that when it came to some of the ideas, I wanted to ask you, what did you think about Legit Wars kind of dragging on?
I thought, I felt the same way too, honestly. I thought 1 or 2 episodes was enough, to show what we're capable of in terms of how we can, tell a story, basically, and
Right.
how we can execute that, through editing. But of course, it was a lot of effort, and for guys like us, we're pretty much the little fish inside a big pond.
Now, Michael addressed it. He talked about some things about Legit Studios.
Yes.
So he, like I said, there are some tension between you and him.
Yes.
And just like that, in the last video, he apologized for anything that he may have done, or by any chance you got offended, or he even said that for the chance if you even felt unwelcome. What's your response to his apology?
First things first. Michael, I accept your apology, whatever it is. Second, I don't really know what you're apologizing for. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was kind of vague, but honestly, like, my time with you guys was fantastic. I made sure, like, every time spent with you guys was, worth it. I never felt unwelcomed. Being with you guys, it's always great company, all right? And I never felt unwelcomed or anything.
Right.
But you know what? An apology is out there, so I have to accept it. I accept your apology. Thank you for that, for apologizing publicly. Thank you.
Yeah, and credit to Michael, because he owned it.
Yeah.
He sat there, he was professional, he was like, my bad. Sorry for anything I did. He talked about some things that made me go, huh? Because just like you, I was like, Julius wasn't offended by it. He didn't feel like this or like that, but he just apologized just in case.
Yeah.
So credit where credit's due. You, before the first podcast, you mentioned stuff about how you were suspecting some things about Legit Studios.
Yes.
One of the things that I know you definitely noticed that I told Mike on the last one was the fact that you were kind of suspicious about the viewership when it came to some of the videos.
Yes.
And then if you saw the last podcast, what did Michael admit? He bought views.
Yes, he bought views. He bought it. Oh my! I was like, yeah, my suspicions were right, but not in the way that I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just as shocking to me as it was to you.
Yeah, you saw my face. I was like,
And you told me, off the record, that you were like, wait, seriously? Yeah.
I was gonna laugh. Like, you could definitely see I wanted to laugh, but I wanted to laugh because at first I just thought Michael was butthurt. Like, okay, if you said I did it, then sure I did it. I was about to be like, Michael, come on. But like, no, like he was like, I did it. And he had like a straight face, and I was like, what? And then I was like, oh my god, he's serious. I was like, what? But he owned it.
Yeah.
And
now I'm curious as to like how much he had to pay for it, like to.
Yeah, I know for certain viewership, there's the price is higher and higher.
Yeah.
Right. So for some of the videos, and I think they're the Legit Wars videos. This is what I think. Not that Michael confirmed. This is what I think. I think he only just got 1,000 views. If we're being honest, because all the Legit Wars stuff had 1,000. Anything else was pretty regular.
Yeah.
So I think it was just for that series, which I don't know why it was. I don't know why he needed to even have that. But it's what it was, and like Michael said, he's never done it. It's been quite some time.
Yeah.
Which is good. But whoa, like that one was like I wasn't expecting that either. I was like, oh.
I know. I mean, like, when it comes to organic growth, it's always better to do that than having someone bought your videos. Honestly. Because like not only it can like hurt your viewership in the long term, but like overall your channel. Because if YouTube suspects that, they could outright suspend your account. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
But now that we talked about some of that going on with Legit Studios, right? Because it's nothing to really drag on about. Yeah. But now when it comes to because during the middle of the video we did mention you a lot. Yes. Right, because again, it's here for that video and for this video, it's mainly a lot between you and Michael. Yes. Right. I mean, like I said, if there's anything with me, we can talk about that also by any chance or anyone else. But me and Michael did talk about you. Yes. And we wanted to. We did mention a lot how whenever we did try to communicate with you. Yes. The communication, if I'm being honest, it was ass.
It was, and honestly, even coming here today, we were supposed to shoot this podcast at 3 p.m.
It's 5.
It's 5. The thing is, I woke up around 3:45. I was like, oh shit, I missed this. So I was like, I got dressed, stuck in traffic for about 15 minutes on the 80. I was like, oh man, this is not helping my case now, is it?
Yeah, I was texting. I was like, Julius, where the fuck are you? I was like, oh god, if he does it again on the day that we're gonna do the podcast, I was like, I swear to God. But no, like you came and you even apologized and everything.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
No, I was sincerely apologetic about it. Like, of course, the one thing that I did not want to be late, and I was late to it.
But it's cool. You're here though, so you're here to address it. But one of the things that me and Michael talked about was again, your communication.
Yes.
It was terrible because we'd either call you, we text you, Michael texted you. He texted you a lot to the point where Michael was like, I don't want to text anymore. You text him. And I'd be like, just text him. He'd be like, yeah, but he never answered.
Yeah. Long story short, I would end up ghosting you guys because I felt like, I don't know, it's either like I was getting annoyed or like, with the constant, texting or whatnot.
If I may, because
Yes.
I have to be forward here, just like I was with Michael, so it's to be fair. If you really felt like that, why didn't you just say anything?
I don't know, and I never had the guts to say anything to you guys because I thought you guys would understand, like, what I'd be doing, and even to this day, really.
Well, here's the thing. So we will talk about what it is you'll be doing in a minute.
Yes.
Right now, it's just about the communication.
Yes.
When someone's contacting you constantly,
Yes.
you should just respond and be like, hey, I can't make it because of whatever. And we will respect it because we're like, okay, well, he told us he couldn't make it, so...
Yeah, and then if I responded, I was afraid that you guys would be like, not this again. Come on, Julius.
Well, we will get into that because that's part of the reason of what you've been doing.
Yes.
If I'm honest, your communication to us was also terrible because there have been a few times where you texted that you couldn't make it, which is fine.
Yes.
But you did it like at 3 or 4 in the morning. And I recall when I confronted you about it one time, I was like, Julius, why'd you text us like at 3 in the morning? And you were like, because I was up at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
there's no way of defending that.
That's incredibly last minute, dude.
Incredibly, yeah.
So like, or just for your defense, he doesn't do that very often at all. But a few times, you have had the tendency to text us like at 2 or 3. Heck, even at 9 when we're about to knock out or something. And I'm like, what? Yeah, the whole day. Why now? For some of those times, I'm thinking, okay, something must have come up last minute, which is fine.
Okay.
Or he just didn't care enough to let us know ahead of time, so we could have thought of something else, or maybe just canceled that day, or rearrange anything.
Right.
Because if I'm being honest here, I understand that you got your own shit going on,
Yes.
and that's absolutely fine.
Yes.
But it is a huge middle finger to us.
Yeah.
And especially to Michael.
Yeah.
Because I say Michael just because every time we meet up, whose house do we meet up in all the time? Mike's house. His grandma has to deal with us being there all the time. Not that it's an issue. Like, sometimes they'll have to leave the room. Michael has gear out also. We be inviting a lot of people, We be having ideas ready to set up, and it revolves around you. And there are times where even you wanted to get involved with certain ideas, and then when we bring you over, you bail.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And there's no defending that.
It was constant.
Yes.
So, I just wanted to address that and say, I understand that you said that it was because you were annoyed. That's one thing I can think of as of right now. But what are other reasons for why you, just to get it out of the way, why did you do that a lot?
I don't know. Maybe at that point I was just like, growing tired of like this whole venture wouldn't be as successful as I thought it'd be.
Understandable. I get it and it has to do with the cards and the fact that we weren't filming as much.
Yeah.
Which we will talk about. But I see your point. Continue. Sorry.
Other than that's all really there is. I really don't have anything on my mind about it. Maybe I've forgotten about it.
My next thing, besides the communication part,
yes,
which you even owned up to, because you said that you wanted to definitely work on that, which is great. I want to say thank you for that. Because for years that has been an issue.
Yeah. And
you've admitted to it. So the fact that you're already admitting it and you say you're not going to stop. Because even recently, like, you be addressing me back like right away on Instagram and stuff, which I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's due. But now the second thing that I want to clarify for you, because me and Michael did have a laugh about this, but it was just because of how it sounded. So, Church. Oh my gosh.
I should be mocking it, but oh my gosh.
No, it's not really church itself that's the problem. I want to be very clear. It's not the fact that you're religious or if it's because of what you're doing.
It's the fact that I'm using it as an excuse to dip on you guys.
It's how it sounded.
Yes.
Because I can admit this about myself. When I was young, I never liked to go to my dad's a lot.
Yeah.
And whenever I didn't want to go, I used to lie and be like, oh, it was someone's birthday. And I lost track of who I said. And I'd be like, oh, it's this person's birthday. And he would be like, oh, really? I didn't know they had 2 birthdays in 1 year. And I was like, oh, shit. So to me,
caught you right there.
Yeah, but like the way how you were saying it, like, remember when you were saying that at first, when you first started being involved with your church,
yes,
you always said it was just church, but we thought that you were just going to it. We didn't know that you were involved with doing other stuff.
Yeah,
like volunteer. We didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
We were just like, hey, Michael, guess what?
Church,
and we were like, And then that's when we started talking about it, like, how many times does he go to church? Like, who goes to church 4 or 5 times a week?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is he, a pastor or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. And then, of course, it wasn't until later on then when I invited you last time,
Yes.
you explained, which I want to ask you again. Every time you talk about church,
Yes.
what is it within your church that you do, that you're so busy?
So, okay, to put it in layman's terms, basically, I'm part of like a technical team. You know, we do all of our events online through Zoom, and like, you know, everything is so intricate that, you know, like we would need, you know, people to like, you know, be operators for like, you know, for these various events, and even during my regular gatherings, all that kind of stuff, you know, we would need operators, and it's a whole complex system that it was really complicated to like get into right now without you know dragging your podcast.
So technical stuff.
Yeah, so technical stuff. Like I'm on it, you know, I'm on it all the time. Aside from that, I'm also a video editor. That takes time. You can attest to that as well. You know, being a video editor ain't a fun or glamorous life.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it isn't. It never is.
Which I understand. So you have responsibilities, basically.
Yes, and those are just some of the things that I simply cannot let go. If you pointed a gun to my head right now, if I said I'll choose that over that, you could just shoot me anytime, because I will choose that over anything else anytime.
Right. Basically, you're dependent a lot.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and that's absolutely fine, by the way. That's absolutely fine. It's just because you said church, but you never specified why. That's why that's why me and Michael always make jokes about it, because we're just like, what does he do there? You know? And now we know.
Yeah, but even then, like even before COVID, be heavily involved in my church's technical side. So like, you know, I'm the one that's like operating, you know, for the church. Basically, I've been in the booth, video, mic, audio, all that kind of stuff.
That's great. So even with the church, you're doing all that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Even that, like, and of course, like, I also dance for the church, and what else? I do videography for the church as well. So yeah.
Damn, boy, you do a lot of shit.
So yeah, there's a lot of responsibilities that are on me that I simply cannot let go of. All right, and even if it means, you know, for you guys.
So then, my question. Why the hell didn't you just say that? You would have said, we would have saved you so much drama if you just said that. I would have been like, dude, I would have been like, Mike,
because I felt like
he's busy.
Because I felt like you guys wouldn't understand. That's why.
I've been Catholic my whole life.
Especially Michael. All right, he's the main guy on our group. All right, he probably wouldn't understand. You maybe, Michael probably not so much.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I feel like, especially him or you guys wouldn't understand, and that's why, like, you know, I've been in the dark, you know, about it for so long. But now I've revealed it on a podcast. There it is.
Let me ask you something, if I may. Do you think that you obviously believe in God?
Yes, of course.
God's good.
Yes.
But from your point of view,
yes,
to us.
Yes.
How did you think we saw it? Because you said numerous times that you thought we wouldn't understand. What made you think that we wouldn't understand?
I don't know. Maybe because of the numerous amount of responsibilities that I have, that you think I'm bailing on you guys because of that.
No. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I'd understand. I mean, I have issues now, but I don't hate God. I don't criticize anybody that goes to church, especially. Mm-hmm. I get it. I was Catholic my whole life.
All right.
So I understand why you do it. You're involved in your church. You want to commit to God, and you're doing it with helping out with technical stuff.
Yes.
That's absolutely fine. Gabe, you've seen Gabe before he eats. He always prays for his food. He's grateful for his food.
Yeah. He prays for his food, and he doesn't eat meat on Fridays. Yes.
Michael, before, not so much. But now recently, he's been involved in he has an app where like it gives you a verse every day.
Yeah.
So he's becoming a bit more involved. I can't say how much because I don't know. I didn't ask about that. But I know from what I've seen, he's been more involved in that.
Well, thanks be to God for that then.
Yeah. But all I'm saying, though, the reason why I come off as upset is because I'm just like, if you had just told us that, we would have saved you so much drama. Because
if had I told you guys during the height of our crap in 2017, then it would all go away.
If I had said something, Michael would have been like, yeah, but Angel, you know what he does there. Or if Michael got mad because he wanted to do legit work, I would have been like, yeah, Mike, but that's a big project, and since he's really like responsible for a lot of stuff at the church, he can't do that. If we can invite him, let's invite him, but it has to be something small so it's quick.
Yeah.
We would have had conversations like that because you never told us. You opened yourself to criticism a little bit.
Yeah, I know, and I've had my fair share of criticism as well.
My question for that, which by the way, I'm good for you that you do that, because you're mixing something that you believe in with something that you love to do.
Yeah, I know. And looking like in retrospect, I attribute that to like my senior year when I took Yako's, like, being technical hands for like, school events, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I really attribute that to that, honestly.
Yeah, good for you, man. My next question, and I have to ask.
Yes.
For any time that you can recall that you've been involved with your church,
Yes.
do you have to do all that, or do you want to? Or have there been moments that you were forced to do that? Because I know that besides you, from what I've seen,
Yes.
your family looks very religious.
Yeah, we are very religious, yes.
I know now you want to, which is fine.
Yes.
But like before,
Well,
were you forced to?
it's not like we were forced to. We are all given our free will to do good, all right? And it's up to us to to make that decision. Of course, there's some times where, like, I volunteer myself, or either someone has assigned me to do it. So
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like did they ever force you, your parents,
no, never.
to be forced with the community that you're in, like with the church or anything?
No, never really.
Oh, okay. No, it's just because from what I've seen,
Like you felt like my parents are the one holding me back, and like even that, and then like
they come off as strict.
and like I would like need to ask permission, all that kind of stuff. It's just like all about where your priorities lie, basically.
And that's absolutely fine, but remember, because we didn't know that.
Yeah.
You look like
And like it felt like my parents were being strict, so that's why like I couldn't go. Or
like no, over here. And like that's how it looked like to us.
Yeah, but then like but even my parents believe that you need to know where your priorities lie. All right, so that's why I always put an emphasis on church before anything else that I do, even with you guys.
How many times a week do you do church stuff? Like, how many times a week?
My goodness.
I have to ask that because, me and Michael talked about this in the podcast. We were like, doesn't matter if it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, fucking Friday. Like, any day that we pick is always church. And we're just like, what days do you not do that? So how many days are you involved? I have to ask. 7 days a week, how many days?
Okay, it can range. So this past week, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So 4 days. Sometimes I go up to 6, and then my only day off will be Thursday because that's when I have no classes or anything. At least once a day, but it's like for like a few hours at a time. Or sometimes it would last as long as for like 45 minutes to about 3 hours. 3 hours, 4 hours, however long. But yeah, that's how involved I am.
Let me ask you this. How much longer do you think you'll be involved with it? When eventually you'll be on your own and you go do other stuff?
No, I can't. No, that's a difficult question. That's difficult to answer because the thing is though, we're still in COVID mode, right? Yeah, especially in our area, North America, because we have gatherings, Bay Area. Then there's one in LA. There's one in New York.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about, I know now it's complicated because of COVID. I mean, like, later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, later on when you're ready to kind of, like, be on your own. Like, how much...
I'll still be doing it, honestly. Because, like...
Do you plan on moving anywhere else around here? Or are you going to be within the Bay Area?
Well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Like, for years we've been debating, should we move to the Sacramento area? Or, I don't know. It's something as far-fetched as Texas.
I want to go to Texas. I really do.
Yeah, the housing is cheap, but then with everyone flocking there, it ain't gonna be so cheap there anymore.
Where, Texas?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of sort of here, but here's the thing. Not to change the subject, but like there has been talks about saying the fact that Texas is almost coming close to California, and people are already like, "Don't turn our Texas into California." And I'm like, "Dang, yeah, do not do that." I'm like, "Don't do that." Okay, you stay Texas. I was like, don't be having California shit. I was like, because here it's fucked. I don't want to get into political shit. The point is that
I'll take California. No, I'll take everything with California aside from the high prices.
Dude, it's crazy here, man. Gas is like $5.
Oh man, then you just had to remind me that I need to pull up later.
$5 rents for a 1-bedroom. It's like damn near $1,500 for a 1-bedroom. I'm like, shit.
And I'm speculating like what's like living back in the East Coast because I used to live in Scranton.
Dude, I never drive in San Francisco. Gas there is fucking expensive.
See, this is why I make sure to always fill up before going to the city because
when
you get into the city, that's when the real hemorrhaging starts.
Right.
Food, parking, gas.
Right.
Even if someone gives you a ticket, it's overpriced.
Right. I know, right? But okay, but back to the subject. I don't want to... See, this is what we need to do podcasts so we can talk about shit. But anyways, right? We're talking about you.
Yes.
The involvement of the church. So, like, you're just gonna... Like... It's just church right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm heavily involved, and then of course I've also got school going on.
Of course.
And it's really put a dent on my YouTube channel because like I put it on the sideline for so long.
Yeah, I know.
2021, I thought 2019 was bad. 2020 was even worse, and then 2021 I'm on a free fall right now. As
of right now, the video you posted, which was teach them how to say goodbye, which you spell good with no D.
What?
It says goodbye.
What?
Sorry.
I've had that video for so long, I never noticed it. Jeez Louise.
You posted it 4 months ago, and there hasn't been anything since.
Yeah, I know. Like, cause I will.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to hold it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, just because I noticed that I was like, Julius, I don't know if you know, but you misspelled goodbye. Oh my god.
Okay. I'm changing it right now. Gosh, darn it.
So now we understand that you're just involved with the church.
Yes.
What you want to do in life, you're also doing there as well.
Yes.
And just so you know, from this point on, me and Michael are already going to lay off you for that because we now know how invested you are in it, which is great and it's absolutely fine. No shame. We just wanted to know what was hogging up so much of your time.
And you know what? I just want to thank you guys, for giving me an open platform to explain why it's been like that for the past several years. Honestly.
Yeah, we wish you said it sooner. But we know now, so now we're going to be off your back because I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was that much. The card stuff for Legit Studios, because this is a major reason for why we weren't a part of it anymore. And I know that's another reason for why you left as well.
Yes.
What were your thoughts when Legit Studios was becoming basically a miniature card hangout shop on his own?
I thought at first it's like, it's just Gabe being himself, like, okay, just bring in his cards, and then Michael will play, Josh X. And then, started getting out of control. And, I didn't even realize it then, but like the card situation.
Yeah.
I was getting too much. I was probably oblivious to it, but I'm glad I kind of left, before it got way worse. And then you were in the brunt of it.
I'll share something with you, right, that I can't really, some things I can talk with Michael, some things I can talk with Gabe, and there's some things I can talk with you. Mm-hmm. There were a few times where I did feel guilty about confronting them about their card stuff. Because I know that, when anybody confronts you about something that you like to do and they tell you, stop with this shit. Mm-hmm. I know that they will look at you like you're stupid or something. Mm-hmm. I do feel terrible whenever I kind of speak up and I'm just like, man, guys, all we do is just do this card shit and we don't ever do anything. What the fuck?
But you had every right to do so because out of everyone in Legit Studios, you're the one that puts the most hard work in.
Okay. No, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just because, see, here's the thing.
I'm sorry to throw it off like that.
No, it's cool. It's just, the thing for me is that I don't like to gloat like that, but it's because, like we've all said, me, you, Michael, even Gabe, this is supposed to be a group effort, and it hasn't been.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I want to give credit where credit is due. As of right now, Michael is stepping up his game. If you were ever involved, I know before Michael would rely on you to do Photoshops. Mm-hmm. Which we will talk about in a bit because I know there's a bit of
don't worry, I've since stepped up my game. Don't you worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
How do you think my thumbnails look?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even you did your part in the thumbnails. Gabe was very good whenever we asked him for choreography stuff because he knew a little bit about that. And even now, when we did a skit a while ago called The Samurai, we weren't able to finish it, but I could tell he wanted to do it. He even told me, I want to give credit to Gabe because he said, hey, I don't want you to do all the work, but I don't know how to use some film software that I have either. Can you teach me? And that's where I come into play because I'd always lag on it too. Just because I'd be like, all right, but we also have to film something right now, so let's take care of it. And then when he wants to do it, it'd be like 5, 6 o'clock, and it's like the end of the day, and I was a little worn out. Teaching someone something like software, whether it's hit films or iMovie or anything different, right? You're kind of like, can we just chill? That was me a lot. So that's on my fault. But I want to give credit to Gabe because there were a few times where he wanted to do his own work, especially if it was his own idea. But unfortunately, though, the card stuff just got more in the way.
It kind of hampered what would have been our progress.
And it's not even just Xavier and Gabe. I failed to also say this in the last volley. It was Josh also.
Yeah.
Every time they come, they bring... Did you see how much shit they bring? They bring like a shitload of boxes every time and a bunch of mat. I told Michael, I said, damn, that's a creative-ass mat. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, how much you pay for that? $50. What the fuck? $50 for a fucking mat? I was like, you know what I could do with $50? The stuff that they paid for, I was just like, how much money did y'all spend on this shit? Like, God... Damn.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Or you mentioned about the 3 boxes that Gabe bought, and then begrudgingly said, I had to give up 3 boxes for this as well. It's like it's taken over.
It's not. Well, I don't want to say it took over their lives because they're not about that all the time. It's just when we hang out, that's all they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Again, they're not obsessed. That's just. I want to talk about this with you. Like I mentioned it with Michael and I mentioned it with you. I had an argument with Gabe a little while ago.
Right.
It was the last time I saw him.
Yes.
And it was about the car stuff. I basically let him have it. I want to be honest, I was dramatic about certain things. But dramatic or not, I did feel the way how I feel. I did feel like what I want Gabe to understand is that I put a lot of effort into making the videos. I put my time into videos that I didn't even want to do. But I did them.
Yeah.
I figured out how to do things even that I didn't know how to do yet, and I still did them.
Yes.
I figured out where to get certain props here and there that I know they didn't ask for, but I wanted to do it anyways.
Yeah.
And also because it's to help improve the videos that we're doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But to Gabe's perspective, playing card games has a type of experience. You meet new friends, you have fun, you're talking about random shit. There's these card tournaments that Michael talks about, and I guess his experience with them are kind of going down because he says that people kind of take it too seriously, which, don't be petty. It's not that serious. Like, it's really not that serious.
Way more things to be serious about.
Thank you. Exactly. And Michael was saying it too. Like, if, someone will make a mistake and they'll be like, what the fuck? What is that, man? Like, you played it wrong. And I'm like, and that was me. I was being like, motherfucker, calm your grown ass down. Make it mad over a child card game. Shut the fuck up.
See, this is why I never got into Pokemon cards or, like, being in those matches because, like, or even Yu-Gi-Oh, really.
Right.
Because, like,
what?
Why spend my time there?
Yu-Gi-Oh was the shit back then.
I know, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I got into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Was the shit then? Like, I even had a deck, too. Like, with the thing and then all the cards.
The dual discs?
Yeah, there you go. But then, like, eventually there was a time when, like, okay, maybe it's just not as, fun as it was at the time.
Well, no, it's still fun. It's just that they made it more complicated now. Like,
exactly.
Every new show, there's new rules. Like, after Zexo, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, no.
Fuck that. I was like, I am done. And then 5e came out, and I was like, this is impossible.
Yeah,
it's impossible to play this game at this point, because all this other shit, I can't understand it. But putting that aside, when it comes to the card stuff, I just want to also say, I was fine with it. I told Michael wasn't it true that when the crew first started, when we were all hanging out at first, we were doing videos, hanging out every weekend, and they did play card games, but at least it was evened out.
Like, when we first started, it was like, more on filming, a little bit of that, like, towards the end, like, it's like a way of winding down, and then that shifted to, until it kind of took over.
Yeah, one became much more than the other, which Michael apologized for. What did you think about that when you saw that one was becoming higher? Like, that's part of the reason why you want to live. I know there was a few times you'd be there, and they would play a game, and I even asked you, I was like, you cool? He was just like, why am I here?
Yeah, I know. I questioned, like, why I was there if we were not going to be filming. Yeah, I did not want my time wasted, honestly. And, like, especially for you, too.
Thank you, I know.
So it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna come back.
I wish I collabed with you. That would have been awesome. We would have got shit done. We collabed.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You know what? Like, in retrospect, like, we could have done something together to create an entity for ourselves, really. Aside from Legit Studios, aside from our individual channels, yeah.
And I want to ask you this also. Michael made a Hamilton video.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like cool. When I saw it, I was like, whoa, that's a bit of left field from Michael. From the very person that, that mocked me for it. Yeah,
but Michael did confirm in the video it was just a one-time thing.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's a one-time thing, and, like, even I commented, with the eyes emoji, like, whoa.
Oh, but that's another thing I want to talk to you about.
If you're gonna talk about the comments, yeah, no, I openly criticize a lot, and...
Yeah, that's one of the things that Michael had a problem with you, was that,
I openly criticize.
Like, and here's the thing. You criticize him for something that, if I may, you did also.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
So, like...
See, this is why, like, when I don't even bother, like, commenting whenever I watch, like, a Legit Studios video or any of your videos.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind you commenting on my stuff. I really wouldn't. Even if you wanted to criticize, I personally wouldn't give a fuck. Because when I had my second channel, I got comments all the time for certain stuff. I was fine with it. When I made a video talking about the new Marvel Phase 4,
yeah,
and I was like, this shit needs to stop. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I love superhero movies, but can we take a break? My video got downgraded, and people were telling me, like, you don't know what you're talking about. They made superheroes movies before, and I was like, no shit, dumbass. I'm talking about now. I'm like, calm the fuck down. They're gonna keep making more. I'm just saying, take like 2-3 years of a break, let it freshen up, and you come back.
We all know that the end game would be like the end of it.
That's what I thought.
Then they come out with a brand new generation of Marvel characters, like, oh my
and people
gosh,
are like,
yeah,
and here's the thing, people are like, who the fuck are they? Like who the fuck are the Eternals? Who the fuck is Shang-Chi? Or Shang-Chi? I keep hearing two different iterations of the name. People are like, who's this? The Fantastic Four? Like, look, the first 4 movies suck. People are just like, let's take a break. I'm even tired of DC movies because it's superheroes.
Now they're coming out with the one with John Cena, right? It's Peacemaker, right? Or is already
Peacemaker, and they're making shows, and I'm just like, whatever.
They really want to milk the cow.
They're stretching it. Everything has superheroes in it. That's why I'm just like, I'm changing the subject. The point is that what I'm trying to say is that I'm kind of like getting, I don't mind criticism.
Yeah.
I welcome it. Even for this video or my last video, Well, I welcome it because that's how I improve.
Yes, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
But then when I openly criticize it, sometimes it kind of comes out the wrong way. Or,
Yeah, Michael does take it the wrong way. There's sometimes where I'm like, no, I see what you mean. If I'm being honest here,
so some of them could be my own fault. Could be attributed to my own shortcomings
no,
as well.
it's not that. And I have to say this because it's only fair. Because when me and Michael, we talked about you, I have to do the same thing with him.
Okay.
Now, Michael's very good when it comes to hearing criticism.
Okay.
He mans up, he owns it.
Okay, great.
But before, whenever anybody, that includes me, you, or anyone, would tell him something, he had a hard time taking the criticism.
You're right.
He took it kind of personally.
Yes.
And there's times where I even talked to Michael and I was like, Michael, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And he's like, yeah, but you know, I mean, he criticizes me for doing this, but then he does it too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I know. Like, he even said like last podcast, it's just like him being self-critical.
So he was hard on himself, but then he addressed it. From what I know, he's not doing that anymore. He has 3 channels.
Yeah,
that's hard.
That is hard. Little one channel. Are you kidding?
Yeah, exactly. So, but credit to Michael for stepping up to his game to do that. So hell yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
With Gabe,
Yes.
what do you think about? How do you see him in Legit Studios?
I mean, I thought he was a wonderful asset because we had someone that can help us with choreography, especially with the fight scenes.
Not even that. He's awesome in comedy.
Yeah,
he's great.
He's fantastic. Yeah, of course. Deadpan jokes. We laugh our asses off with it.
Oh yeah, you know, even though Gabe's still funny. Like he made KG is a character with a faceless, mask.
Yeah.
He comes up with skits that are funny, but unfortunately we never had the chance to film.
Yeah,
which I do feel bad about.
Yeah, and like if he had his own downtime, with the cards, we would probably have been more successful than where in Chandler's right now, actually.
Yeah, dude. So Legit Studios, as of right now, I want to ask you this.
Yes.
Right now that we talked about everybody and the problems that were going on, do you consider yourself a part of Legit Studios?
I believe I do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, and I ask you this, and I want to address this.
But like towards the beginning.
But that's the thing. That's before. That's what we're here now to just let go of all this. That's why we're unopen, and that's why I'm inviting everybody, if I can, to address it so we can just get past it.
Yes.
But as of right now, do you feel like you're still part of Legit Studios?
Probably not.
You don't feel like it?
I really don't.
Would you want to still be a part of Legit Studios?
That's honestly difficult to say.
It depends on, I'm assuming, on if we're doing anything. Which we are, by the way. Me and Michael.
Oh, probably not.
Okay.
I mean, like, I would love to be in a few projects of yours, you're in there, but like, I don't want to take on like a creative role.
Oh no, it's not even like, it's not legit, we're not doing Legit Wars anymore. So Michael came up with an idea for Star Wars.
And you shot it down.
I shot it down because I was just like, dude, I'm done. I love Star Wars, but I'm not that big of a fan like that. Like, I want to do, as an actor, I want to do realistic stuff. Even if it's action, it happens. Some of it's exaggerated, but it happens. But I want to do more drama or thriller, stuff like that. And then I could tell Michael got kind of mad. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I'm sorry, man, but it's true. Like, I'm tired of doing sci-fi. That's why I'm tired of superhero movies, because I'm just like, that's all there is. It's just sci-fi shit. I'm like, don't you want to watch something else? Don't you want to watch like a gangster film or a war movie or like even a romance? Shit, I'll watch Footloose again. You know what I'm saying? Like something different. But just so you know, like, we're not doing like Legit Wars stuff like that. We're trying to doing skits and short films. Like, we're actually trying to do one-time things. Because I told Michael, I was like, I don't want to do something like that anymore. It takes too long.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, the amount of effort that we put into Legit Wars and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, while maybe fun, it's proven to be unsuccessful because
here's the thing also with Legit Wars. I think that's also part of the reason why the group split, because it kind of burned us out.
It really did, honestly. Yeah. It really burned us out, like, emotionally, time wise, everything. Because, like, everything had to be, what he wanted, and eventually, like you said, eventually it burnt us all out.
Well, what I just told you, do you still want to be part of Legit Studios, or?
I mean, it's honestly difficult to say.
Right, I understand.
I may have to give it some more thought, because like I would love to work with you guys on a few projects, but not like anything like massive as big as Legit Wars, because it's just one too many for us all. So
then yes, because just to confirm, we're not doing anything like that.
We have to give it some more thought, though. I'll be honest.
Okay, so possibly.
It's not like I hate I really don't like filming with them or anything. It's just that something as big as Legit Wars is just too much for all of us. It kind of burned us all out.
Understandable, yeah. That's why I don't want to do anything like that anymore. I'm just like
yeah.
And I also wanted to ask you this, because I know you have some criticisms. You said that you had a hard time with some of Michael's ideas that he would come up with.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that?
I had a hard time with Michael's thoughts. I mean, like,
not his thoughts, like his ideas. But you know, he come up with an idea for a certain type of skit, and I know you and even Gabe and myself also, my dumbass also. I was also like,
too many moving pieces for it to work.
But it's not even that. They didn't sound creative. One time when Justice League first came out, he wanted to do fan-made trailers, and I was like, yeah, right, and then
that doesn't sound good actually.
And then he was just like, "Do you want to?" He's like, you know, like it doesn't have to be perfect, and I was like,
that's just not the way to go on.
Yeah, but you know, that was before. That was like a one-time thing. There were some ideas that Michael did bring along. They were kind of stale. If I'm being honest, Gabe said the same thing. I tried to mention it to him, but like as nice as possible. But Michael still got upset a few times. But like I said, Michael's not doing that anymore. He's not like that. Like when we tell him something, he'll be like, "Okay, that's fine. I'll do the project anyway." But like, you know, if you don't want to be involved, then just say it. I'll be like, "Okay, Michael, thank you. I apologize if I do anything." He tasted like a champ now. But for you, my friend, let me ask you: is there anything that you wanted to talk about when you came here? Or anything you wanted to say? Because you told me there were some things you wanted to say.
I just wish the card game weren't such a big reason why the group hasn't been filming together.
Yeah.
As of as late, and I believe that we could give Legit Wars a bit more thought. Make it a bit more simplified. Not make it as complicated as it needs to be.
Yeah.
I really don't have much to say. I just wish that like something else on top of what we're really supposed to be doing was a big downfall to the channel and to the group in general.
If I may, I also want to bring this up. You said that you wanted to come on here because you said that you had some apologizing to do.
Do I? I'm thinking because when I talked to you about this, it was around 10:45. I was on my phone in bed watching the thing, and I was talking to you about it.
Yeah, you told me that you said that some of the stuff that me and Michael were talking about. You said that you wanted to.
Okay.
You didn't tell me what you wanted to apologize for. You said you had some apologizing.
Oh, yeah.
If you feel like you don't.
No. You've helped me jog my memory back now. Okay. Yeah, I do have some apologizing to do. First, to you and to Michael. I apologize. Not being the world's best communicator. Telling you guys oh, I'm busy because I felt like back then you wouldn't understand. But now that I've given you guys the main reason why I've been so busy, I'm glad it's off my chest now. So yeah, I apologize for not being the best communicator to you guys, not being able to reach out to you guys. Well, especially Michael, I thought he would get so butthurt and we get into another heated argument as well.
Yeah, text. A lot of the issues occur mainly between you and Michael. For me, it's not really. I don't really have anything against Gabe. He's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic person to hang out with.
I mean, whenever the crew's down, he literally sparks up the crew. He makes us laugh, man. Credit to Gabe.
Exactly, yeah.
And my only issue with Gabe is just the card stuff, like we mentioned numerous times. It's just the card stuff.
It really is. And I'm glad I had to go through that part of that patchy bit.
Yeah.
Whereas you did. You saw firsthand all these grown men playing cards. You even saw a girl walking barefoot on carpets.
Bro, that shit was nasty. I was like, why are you stepping on a public floor barefooted? You don't know what's been there. Put your shoes on. Shit's happened. But I want to say this right now.
Yes.
I asked Gabe to come onto the interview, and as of right now, he said no. And I'm going to respect that. Gabe talked to me, telling me that he said that he really loves the card game because it gave him a lot of friends. It helped him kind of grow as a person a little bit.
Yeah.
He got to basically have fun a lot, going to certain places, meeting a lot of people. That's mainly what it's about. There's probably more I don't know about. My response to that is that I don't give a fuck. But even though I don't give a fuck because it's not my thing, I want to say this on camera. I have to respect it.
Yeah.
Because it is his thing,
Yeah.
And I want to make that very clear. Yeah, we don't like it.
Yeah.
We never. I tried to get into it, but we weren't able to.
I'm glad I never got into it, honestly.
Yeah, we can say that because that's just how we feel. We went into it.
Yeah.
But the only reason I say I don't give a fuck isn't to be a dick. It's because, again, what I want Gabe to understand is that, why I am so frustrated that the group broke is because I put a lot of time and effort myself into all the videos that are on there.
Yes.
Not every single one. Like Michael said, he did do a few videos. He did more than 2 or 3, to be honest.
Okay.
But, I put a lot of effort into it.
Yes.
Especially when it came to Legit Wars.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that's Gabe's fault, but I just need him to understand where I'm coming from, that I did put a lot of time and effort when I could have put that on my channel. When I chose Legit Studios over my channel.
Yes.
That's why you asked me last time, do you feel like your channel could have been bigger? And I was like, Now that I look at it, yeah.
Yeah, I know. And even when you dropped that question, it was like, whoa, you actually asked that question.
I had to. I mean, Michael's being honest. I had to be honest.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not shaming Gabe. That's not my intention.
No.
I just want to say, look, I don't see the eye to eye with him, but I respect it. I respect that. We should respect that. Because even though we're kind of like, that's a little too much, that is what they're into.
Yes.
Him and Michael.
Yes.
Josh is a different story. We have to be respectful to what they're into. My only thing is, if you're going to be into that, fine. I can't force them to stop playing that. My only criticism was just, I wish you guys just could have downed it when, you know, we weren't here for that. That's all.
Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right. Like, you know, don't mix our shooting days with, you know, with your card game days. Obviously.
Yeah, and I want to also be more specific about this because I wasn't able to in my last video. Before, they will go all the time to play card games more than once a week.
Yeah.
2-3 times a week. Michael, like, there's times now where Michael will be like, oh, I don't want to go to Southland. I'll be like, why? Oh, it's far. But then there's times where he told me he'd take the bus over there just to go to the card shop. And I was like, bruh.
And he can drive, too.
Well, no, this was before that.
Oh, this was before, okay.
Yeah, but, like, you know, same thing with Gabe. But, like, now, you know, now I just want to say this. If anybody thinks that that's what they're still doing, absolutely not. Gabe told me last time, and I want to defend him on this, that he doesn't go as much. He doesn't have as much free time. He goes when he has free time. You know,
that's good. He's putting his priorities over his
yeah, and I want to give credit to Gabe on that because, you know, he told me last time, which is something that I need to own up to, which is my dumbass said, you know, I hated how you spent so much time on this shit. Where he said, well, just so you know, I don't do this as much anymore. I hardly have any free time. I got things going on. I got to do all that. He's like, I have my priorities in order.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, which is great, and that's when I was like, I did not know that. Credit to Gabe. He has his shit going on.
Credit where credit's due. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not doing that as much. Michael isn't doing that as much now. From what I'm hearing, he kind of hates the people that are in there.
Yeah, yeah. He told. Yeah. Hold on. What kind of people are there are they in there? Like grown ass man in their mid 30s, 40s.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Some of them are cool. Either they work there or they're just there because they just want to hang out.
Right.
But there are some that do look like, I'm like, dude, you should get out more. I don't mean to be stereotypical or harassing anyone or anything. That's not my intention, but...
You need more vitamin D in you.
Yeah. You said it. Unfortunately, that's why I was just like, I don't like being here. It's kind of...
It kind of puts you off.
Yeah. But my final thing.
Yes.
Because we pretty much talked about a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
You can put in more vitamin D. You're stupid.
I think you need some more vitamin D in you.
So...
I'm sorry.
Anything that you feel like I should work on? You have any criticism that I did before or even what's going on now?
No, I mean, like, okay, from the things that you're operating right now, you're pretty much on it. Like, oh my goodness, you actually have a full proper setup going on, and like, you know, you've been doing so well for yourself that, you know, credit where credit's due, really.
Oh,
I'm proud of, like, you know, the progress that you made for over the past couple years, from your vlogs and everything to your podcast, everything in between. Props.
Do you feel like my vlogs got better? Because I know one of the criticisms that you have for me about my vlogs was that I understand that they were long.
Yes.
Before, I used to have them like at 40 minutes when I first started, and now I was like, okay, yeah, that is long. And then I had it to 20 minutes. Yeah. And then now they seem to be under 20 minutes. Like, is that fine, or you feel like that's still a little too long in your opinion? What do you think?
I find like a hard limit of 10-15 minutes.
Why so long, if I may ask?
Because like you kind of pick up their interest like first minute or so, and then like every minute that's going, it keeps going down until the end. That's how YouTube is already.
No, that's true. I understand what you're saying. People get bored easily.
There's a science to it.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised podcasts, like even now, are popular as they are because they're long. Because they're discussions.
But at least you don't have to sit in front of your phone to listen to it. You could be doing anything.
True.
You know, while listening to the podcast. That's why they're so popular.
Exactly. True.
But whereas with a YouTube video, you know, you kind of have to force yourself to sit down or, you know, watching your phone going down.
It's funny. Whoever would have thought that watching that video would be such a chore. But any criticism to me, like, there's none?
None, really. I mean, you've been doing well for yourself. I mean, just all I have to say, just keep at it, dude.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
And you know, I'm so proud of you know the the success that you've had so far. Especially with the podcast. I mean, like,
oh, thank you.
Like, they're really, really good. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I definitely learned from what I did on my second channel onto here.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it more stylized. I got tired going back and forth with the camera. I wanted everybody to be there at the exact same time when it comes to the frame and all that. So yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. It's just because I do want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, understandable.
And I do want to gain subscribers. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to gain as much, which sucks. I am trying for you guys. I want you to know I am trying.
You're gonna have to find something that that just breaks the glass ceiling.
I know, and I'm trying, dude. What have I not done?
You've done literally everything under the YouTube sun.
That's what I'm saying. I've done skits. I've done fucking okay. So to start off, I've done skits. I made a short film. I've done fucking reaction videos. I've done some challenges. Fucking what else? Vlogs, collaborations.
Yeah.
What the fuck else am I missing?
Maybe what you're lacking maybe is promotion. YouTube. I mean, okay. YouTube is one thing, but then when you promote it to when you promote it to your friends, say Instagram, or if you have or maybe on Reddit, because like Reddit's like pretty much the internet in sites.
Right.
Post it on the podcast subreddit, like, hey everyone, I have a podcast here, maybe you guys should check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Or have you tried like maybe thinking about posting your podcast on Spotify or Apple playlists? Trying to get the word out there. Besides YouTube. I mean, if you're gonna be stuck in one place, then you're gonna be stuck there.
Right.
But then like if you expand yourself, promote yourself.
I definitely should try to expand my channel. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that is something for me to definitely work on, is promoting. I thought I could do it with YouTube, but everybody talks about the same thing.
And unless you're like an established celebrity or like you're an established YouTuber, hell, even me, with my last few videos, with Hamilton, it's been getting harder and harder to make yourself stand out.
Bruh, I'm looking at your video. The most popular video you have had 162K. How are you not popular? That's a lot of videos.
When was that released? No, what year?
Oh, 2018?
Exactly, that was my height. 2017 was just like, the rocket strapped onto me.
Personally,
2018, I'm on the moon.
Personally, I feel like you still can, dude. I mean, if I look at Teach Me How to Say Goodbye, sorry. You have 554 views.
Yeah, that's just sitting there for over 4 months. Yeah.
But regardless, that means for that amount, people still are watching your video. They're just seeing if you're gonna do more.
I'm aware. But then, like, now the hard part comes, like, how to transition yourself from being this guy into another guy.
Just do it. I think once you do it, especially since you already announced it, people will understand.
Yeah.
It's just how you're gonna represent it. That's all. But just do it.
Yeah, right. And I'm still in the works there, honestly, but just haven't been able to get to because of school and all that, and all my responsibilities for church.
Okay. Well, Julius, I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's been an awesome podcast. So we talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did. I'm honestly surprised. Yeah.
And honestly, man, I just want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for giving time out. I'm really happy that we were able to clarify.
Yeah.
After today, you think that now you won't ever have to talk about any of the other shit anymore, because we pretty much just.
Yeah, I mean, it's been covered here, yeah.
Yeah, you apologized, Michael apologized. We pretty much talked about what are the issues that we needed to work on, and we pretty much admitted what we didn't like and do like.
Yeah.
And now we know how to go on from there, how to work around. And if I may, I want to apologize to you.
Oh.
If you did feel like, we were on your ass. Again, it's because we didn't know. We wanted to do stuff, and like I said in the last video, you're fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, man, let's bring Julius up in here,
Yeah, no, thank you so much. And I accept your apology. Thank you so much for
I appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah.
But, alright then, guys, with that said, that was today's podcast with Julius Palma. If you could do me a favor, even though I know he's not doing much, check out his channel at Julius Palma on YouTube.com. Honestly, if you're into Hamilton, he has a lot of it. He has a lot of Hamilton automatic videos.
I've got the cream of the crop from the best creators, okay?
Oh my god, Dylan. But with that said, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification for more content. I promise more is coming up. And I'm going to try to get 2 more people, but most likely it seems like it'll be just 1. Because, again, Gabe, as of right now, that I know, he doesn't want to do an interview. That sucks. Because from what people are telling me, they want that one.
For the record, I really want to see that too. Really
I know, because out of everyone, Gabe's the one that's most involved with that.
Yes.
Right, and honestly, no shame to Gabe there. That's his thing. Again, we gotta respect that. That's his thing.
But like we all want to hear his side of the story.
Yeah, I know, because I don't like talking about somebody, if they're not going to be here. I want the people we're talking about, I'm not just talking about them. I want them to be here to give their side, just like how you did.
Right.
But I'll see what I can do, and if not, absolutely fine.
Right.
I guess I'll try to get in contact with Kat. Hi, Kat.
Hey, Kat, miss ya.
Yeah, so, she's up in Canada right now, so hopefully I hope you're doing well. But with that said, though, guys, thank you so much. Thank you again to Julius for coming, and look forward to the next podcast or the next video, guys. Laters.
Laters.